Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I really didn't think I was going to be actually ever watching. Over the weekend I decided to watch a show from start to finish, and I've been told about it for I feel like 4 or 5 months. My brother-in-law's been on me to watch this show, and it didn't ever seem like something I'd be interested in. But kind of ran out of shows to watch between Loki and Bad Batch. I'm all caught up on those. So I decided to give Ted Lasso a shot. And wow, boy am I surprised I did. First off, that show is utterly incredible. From the first episode to the last, I think I got through it in one day, just night before work, and I couldn't sleep. So it's like, hey, let's just check out an episode. And an episode turned into 2, which turned into 3, which went all the way to the entire season. So, if you're thinking this is a show just strictly about sports, I don't think you could be any further from the truth. With this show, it's about as much about sports as Titanic is about the ship. Just a vehicle to tell their story on. So, definitely happy I watched it. I've actually gone through the season twice. So I had to watch it myself, and then I had to figure out if it's actually good or if I just got caught up in it. So I had my non-sports fan buddy Matthew decide to watch it for me, or as he refers to it as sports ball. So let me tell you a little bit about the backstory of it, because I'm real late getting to to this show, and I think season 2 actually is coming out next month. So yeah, definitely worth watching it. I'll give you a little backstory on why I didn't watch it beforehand, and it wasn't just to do with my brother-in-law's recommendation. With all the streaming services out there, it's hard to, decide to pick one just based off of one show. And I know when this came out, Apple Plus, AppleTV Plus, was kind of just throwing stuff out there. Now they seem to be doing a lot of the stuff just for critic, accolades. Like, I know they have a morning show, TV show with Steve Carell and Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston, and I kind of have no interest in that either. All I know is that it has a great cast of characters, and that's not something that usually draws me into a show. I need to know a little bit about the story. So, based on the lack of marketing by Apple, and just another streaming service that's probably going to take a monthly fee from me, it wasn't anything I was interested in signing up for. Being someone that has Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Paramount, I feel like I have it all, and it felt weird to just, decide to do it for, just basically one show someone's recommended for. I do recommend at least using that 7-day trial that they have just to stream this show. It shouldn't take you a whole long, especially with as at least what me diving into it. I've watched it twice in 3 days, so I feel like the complexity of the characters is going to suck you in. So let's talk about everything else. So the show's about Jason Sudeikis' character, Ted Lasso. He is a college football coach for Wichita State, so go Shockers, and he gets hired on by a professional soccer team or football team over in England. So he takes over it. Now, the reason he got hired for the job, you'll find there was a divorce between the ownership. So the wife got that in the divorce, and her ultimate goal was to kill the soccer team. So if it was just that easy. So that's kind of the basis. There's a very Major League-esque feel to it. The owner wants things to ruin. But the thing that's surprising is every character that they introduce you has this crazy story arc, and it's only through 10 episodes. Now, with Jason Sudeikis' Ted Lasso, and by the way, I'm not sure if this was done on purpose. I know Jason probably had a lot to do with this character, but I am seeing Kansas City stuff all over the place. His background for his MacBook, was it Arthur Bryant's barbecue? He gets barbecue sauce in the mail. He's always wearing t-shirts from, I believe it's Charlie Hustle down in Kansas City. So being close and being a Chiefs season ticket holder, certainly noticed that. Now, I know Jason's from the area. Being a season ticket holder, I get messages about like their celebrity softball tournaments with Paul Rudd. Was it David Koechner, Rob Riggle? So it makes me laugh that he put so much of himself into this character. But he's not his usual kind of uppity, schmarmy self that I usually see his characters be. This is a very humble, almost overly optimistic. Now, I thought within the first 5 minutes of the show, I was like, gosh, is this how he is going to be through everything? Because this is going to get old fast. And he's like Mr. Rogers coaching a soccer team. He always wants to see the good in people, which has its own little set of nuances to him. So, as he's trying to instill all this goodness into his players, his coaching staff, the boss, you can see him going through these emotional moments. He has a marriage that's not going well, and you can see the toll it's taking on him and how he's struggling to keep it all together behind closed doors. Now, you only see him going through that behind closed doors because he's always so happy and positive. It's just, gosh, me talking about it will not do it justice until you actually get out there and watch it. But Jason, I know you don't have any social media, but this does not get you off the hook for hitting Grogu. I'm just saying I love this character, but I'm not going to forget, just like Alderaan. Now, I want to talk about some of the other characters. Rebecca, who's the owner of the football club, her story arc is crazy. You go from not liking her to loving her to not liking her to loving her. It's just this emotional wave. And it's all dependent on her ex-husband as kind of how she reacts to the rest of the world. You see a very strong woman in a leadership role trying to keep things together, again, while she's going through probably the harshest thing in her life. You got Coach Beard, which I'm just going to throw it out there, might be my favorite character of the entire show. He has these little gems that he just throws through, and it's like, whoa. Like, seriously, he's the stoic figure in the background, always helping with the coaching, but he'll drop these bombs, and you're like, oh my gosh, you, sir, are a genius. It kind of builds in with the show of it will tear at your heartstrings, and then it'll make you laugh all of a sudden. Even the complex story arc of their groundskeeper, Nate, who, I guess I shouldn't say that. That's a big spoiler. So, Nate, who's started off as a shy person that no one ever listens to, but gets one person to believe in him, which is Ted. Ted believes in everyone right off the bat, and that changes how he is through the entire rest of the show. Part of the football club, I actually woke up this morning singing Jamie Tart-do-do-do-do-do. If you watch the show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but he's the pretty boy striker, arrogant person, but by the end of it, you almost feel sorry for him. Like, you see... But seriously, watch the show. Watch the show. Use that 7-day trial that they give you. Watch it, binge it, and tell me I'm wrong, because... looking at the stuff afterwards, it's already on IMDb's top 100 shows of all time. And rightfully so. It is a very, very subtle masterpiece. I say subtle because it's not going to bash you over the head with, messages and that. It almost kills you with kindness. And it's very touching. There was times where I was choked up, almost had tears running down my face. And it's crazy though how that kind of a show will actually bring you in. You'll start caring about characters, even the ones you're supposed to hate at the time. You'll start just taking a step back and be like, gosh, wow. So definitely watch it. I would appreciate knowing what you guys think about it. I hope I'm not the only one that likes Ted Lasso. Yeah, tell me what you think. put it in the comments below. If you haven't already, like the channel. You don't believe how much this helps YouTubers just by clicking that like button. Subscribe if you can, if you want to see more talks. Now, again, we're probably going to be divulging back into the Disney umbrella, but this show felt like it was something that had to be talked about because I don't see anyone else talking about it, and I feel like it's been out forever. So definitely subscribe if you can. We're at 73 subscribers now. Would love to see that get over 100. I know I'm still kind of working my way into it, and hopefully building up some more content for you guys. But thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys down the road.